Good evening once more. I've been on greeting a good evening this today. So this and a second good evening. So good evening again. Welcome to Updated Pressure. So sharp Oliver could get into the business. Sincere apologies for a bit late. I was caught up running some errands and an OFI finish on time, and that's why I had to go live initially, just to drop a tip of the iceberg. But Tori like a this evening, where we go put mouth inside. Welcome to Updated Pressures. Here we give an update of things so they happen for inside the country. Sharply, make I begin giving a those update because time no day. So that I go feel they calling, they tell us as on appeal, and this matter them how they take do on our body. Because without you, I cannot, be talking without you. So first on the lineup of our conversation, presidency dispels Tinubu's illness rumor, and he get what's in them talk as it dispel am. Wetin be that when dem talk? I go let you know the shocking reaction where presidency gave concerning that matter. And then, so Peter Obi don't condemn the way they use handle. Justice must be fair. Peter Obi faults handling of Ibom air passengers arrest. He said justice must be fair. Meanwhile, saying talk that one, MC Oluoma don't come dey cry. Say, Eda mi o, Eda kun o, Ema binu o. Make una forgive Kwan one. Like a prodigal son, forgive him. MC Oluoma begs Tinubu to forgive Kwan one. Ibom air passenger charged to court over unruly act remanded in prison. People now don't they protest saying, you don't remand her for prison quick. I be okay. Excuse me. Why are we not remanding Kwan one? Not be the same offense. In fact, according to the laws of Nigeria, Kwan one own even they more serious because Kwan one own, according to people who know the law, they say they feel interpret them as an act of terrorism. Because the law, penalty, what's one they call them on a criminal code, they where they say anybody will go fit stop any aeroplane from flying or anything. So that person supposed to face 2 years imprisonment. What have you guys done to him? We'll get to that direction. Okay. Did I tell you another sweet breaking news? EFCC don't EFCC don't arrest Tambuwal over alleged 189 billion naira fraud. EFCC arrests Tambuwal over alleged 189 billion naira fraud. You know why I'm laughing? Because people are already looking at it like, come on, EFCC, people are too predictable. Why are you like this? Why are they let us predict now? Things about coalition don't they come up, oppositions don't they come up. The next thing, NATO, begin find fault for dissenting voices. That's what people are saying, no, be me talk more. Say, okay, dissenting voices now. And I don't they find waiting they do on that. In fact, not be me just talk this one. Because the person where they put them up for talk for inside ADC, don't even talk them. They accuse EFCC of acting as APC political hit squad. So there be APC political hit squad. All right. Okay, make I let that matter rest there. We could climb to another matter because it shocked you as it shocked me too. All right, we're moving on to other issues. Not just Amechi, anybody for Nigeria go defeat Tinubu for free and fair election. We could not just look and say that because of say na Tinubu. Not be me in there Maxwell Opera. Now talk am. He said anybody can defeat Tinubu in a free and fair election, not just Amechi. Anybody can defeat him in a free and fair election. But would the election be free and fair? All right, that's not the question. Nigerian government arraigns Al-Shabaab terrorists over our killing of 40 worshippers. Over killing of 40 worshippers from inside our church. And guess what? They may likely release them on bail. Why? I go play you audio tape from their lawyer so that you will hear them. Make it not be like say just a hear from me. And again, suspected headsmen don't kill 3 for inside Benue community. Again, headsmen don't kill 3 for inside Benue community. Residents don't run for their life for Borno community after Boko Haram terrorists kill soldiers. Not be soldier, they say soldiers. Soldiers abduct schoolgirl. Boko Haram. That one are for Borno state. And I tell on this matter about how say a particular station use pursue their general manager for Ebonyi State because of say they criticize the governor, right? So the owners of the station they say they get rights for pursuing the GM, say they do well. Well, Marco, move on. Plateau Senator Plang decries lingering violence, bloodshed in Buko's council. Say the violence, the bloodshed, it don't do. Waiting they happen. UK court sentences another Nigerian, Shego Ogundipe, to 5 years in prison for rape. This is very sad. We shouldn't be in the news or all this bad meant at all again. Well, other stories than they were go tell on about. We could just take this one, just use, Kayamo don't react and don't condemn to the video of unruly passenger we be say the naked and con order for sanctions. Who go collect sanction on top this one? Meanwhile, it get to do with Akpabio ill health. Benga Dan is saying they hail and hearty. But there are some videos we come up, post of face as in the use workout, stuff like that. I go also play and give on. You know, so they do now evidence. Evidential. My hand not there inside though. As I see, now they show now. If when I get problem, when I go meet people, if you say those videos and then they are we create the videos. My hand no there inside. My people, welcome to the show. It's always a pleasure, great pleasure to be with you guys and bring you matters the way they share it for inside the country. Okay, so let's get started very quickly. So we're starting with the conversation around President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's alleged ill health. Now, I am reading, I wish I screenshot the page, the make on see. Now be me right. Oh, I am reading from the Daily Trust newspaper. According to them, they say the presidency yesterday, this publication not today. Yeah, I'm looking at the date. Today, na 11th August, yes, so not today. So they say the presidency yesterday dispelled the rumor of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's illness. Now, remember, the International Center for Investigative Reporting, ICIR, had quoted sources as saying that preparations were underway by the president's medical team to potentially fly him abroad for urgent medical attention. So they've been done, they prepare to fly him abroad for urgent attention. That's now waiting ICIR being talked for inside their report. And this now as Daily Trust use carry out. I will not be speaking my language right now. I will speak the way they use right now with their handwriting so that I go nothing at them. Now, according to the information gathered by the ICIR, the president had reportedly been bedridden. You know what's in the meaning of bedridden? He did bed, you know, if he stand up. Been bedridden for several days, resulting in the absence from key state functions. In his stead, Vice President Kashim Shettima had represented the presidency at some official engagements. Now, the medium also quoted an Aso Rock insider as saying that several of Tinubu's scheduled activities had been cancelled since the beginning of the week. Not the beginning of this particular week, beginning of last week we finish. Because they said the last time I think he make a public appearance was on the 1st of August. According to them, see, make her they read and say, why am I explaining? Everybody here is supposed to understand English, not vex if I not speak pidgin for this one. Now, according to the ICIR, it is also believed that the remainder of his weekly agenda has been cleared to allow his medical team to monitor his condition closely. Wait for it. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Nanoga, had told the ICIR that people just tell you all things, all kinds of rumors that you have no basis at all on. Now, he insisted that the president was working. That's to say the president did well and he did work from wherever he did. He was in his office yesterday, August 5. I was with him. I went to see him. He came to work, according to them. This was last week's report. Now, last night, Sunday, Daily Trust, according to them, independently contacted Bayo Nanaga to dismissed the rumor of the president's illness on why the president did not attend any public function since last week. Onanuga replied that the president could choose to work from anywhere, could choose to work from home. Quoting him now, or quoting them as they use paraphrase and quote, they say, there is nothing wrong with the president. He is okay. He can choose to work from home. He can choose to work from anywhere. I tell you, nothing is wrong with the president. The president's spokesman told Daily Trust. So then talk. Now, according to the ICIR, Tinubu was last seen publicly on Friday, August 1, 2025, where he attended the opening of the Progressive Media Summit, themed unveiling the critical role of new media in national development. He appeared healthy during the event, where he encouraged young Nigerians to digital media space to leverage their platforms for national progress. Now, days earlier, I think July 29th, the president led the reception for the Super Falcons. Upon the return of, their return to Nigeria after a remarkable victory at the WAFCON Championship in Morocco. You know, the president was there. He made a speech. Now, the president stood for an extended period, jubilating and, of course, honoring our Super Falcons, personally congratulating the team before announcing generous rewards for both players and their coaches. Now, the rewards steered public debate and criticism from some quarters. That is not even the catch of this conversation. Moving on, his absence at a similar reception of the D Tigress team on August 3 raised questions 29th, 30, 31, first, second, third, just 4 days in between, right? So con day present for the day tigress their own, but he gave a similar reward, the same kind of reward now he give to them. So now people come there and say, "Oga, why president no day now?" And we know saying our first lady disabi watch this game, then they can't give president feedback. So why no Conde? Because Vice President Kashim Shettima stood in for him at the event. Now, according to the ICIR, despite the president's absence, the presidency has continued issuing official statements, even though they've not seen him kuru. We'd always hear statements in fact, today, 2 appointments were made by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to them, but we did not see him. Maybe we've seen him this evening, I can't tell. Now, one such release on August 6 announced Tinubu's directive for the rollout of free healthcare for low-income retirees and an increase in pensions. The release included a photograph of the president with the Director General of the National Pension Commission, PENCOM, Omolola Oloworaran, though it did not specify when the meeting occurred, but they just released the publication. Now, the ICIR investigation revealed that the meeting had taken place days earlier before it was sent out as a press release at the present private residence at the president's private residence, not in his office. That's what Ononoga later confirmed. So say they don't get that meeting since. Say they can't decide to give out the publication. And now from president's house, in private residence, now they give out the publication. Not before inside the office. Now, on the same day, another press release conveyed Tinubu's condolences to Ghana following a tragic aircraft that claimed the lives of Defense Minister Edward Omane Boama and Environmental Minister Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed and several others. Now, working, maybe we also look at the weekly FEC meeting, whether the president don't attend these FEC meetings and why he never attend. Now, the ICIR investigation also revealed that the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting failed to hold last week. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, had told reporters last Thursday that the next meeting, FEC meeting, would hold on August 6th. Now, the ICIR gathered that the ministers and members of council had been reached to inform them of the postponement, as none of them came around the villa around the usual hours of the meeting. So they don't already know, say they don't postpone FEC meeting. Weekly Federal Executive. Usually, when the president know they're available to attend, it always sends maybe somebody else to head the meeting for him. Now, Onanuga had clarified that no FEC was scheduled for Monday, while Wednesday session was postponed by the president. Yes, he postponed it. It's not an issue. That's so Onanoga talk. Now, he explained that there is no certain time for the FEC, for the Federal Executive Council. The FEC meeting can be held on a Monday, it can be held on a Wednesday, it can be held on a Thursday. They quote more, not be me right now, so they quote, so Onanoga talk. Now, the ICIR investigation revealed that several high-level meetings were quietly shelved. You get it? That several high-level meetings, they quietly just postponed them. Among them was a scheduled engagement with close associates of former President Muhammadu Buhari with the All Progressives Congress APC, originally set for the afternoon of Tuesday, August 5. The meeting was abruptly cancelled. Now, when asked why Tinubu skipped the D Tigress event, Onanuga said he told the ICIR, why must he be at all functions? Now, waiting Onanuga answer them. Say, why must the president be at all functions? In attend Falcons own. Why in good day the D Tigress own? That is what they wrote. They wrote that why must he be at all functions? Now, it is quoting him for, I think he said, is it compulsory he must be at all functions? He has a deputy. He can delegate. He can delegate. or delicate details. Now, on his lack of public appearance, okay, so why the president never get public appearance? He said, I said he was in the office yesterday, August 5. I was with him. Do you want him to be doing public parade or something? Before I go day happy say the president did okay. So he said. Now the reason why people are reacting to this, because people think that in other societies or in saner crimes, it is the responsibility of the citizens to know the whereabouts of their president at every time. Because at the time he become their president, everything will consign them. In fact, you're not supposed to be off the radar, below the radar, or under the radar at any time. It is his responsibility to make himself available and open to the people at all times. So some people reading this reaction don't they question what they titled or looked called the arrogance or the arrogance in reaction for or arrogance response from Bayo Onanuga. Now waiting people they talk. Not be they talk or this now waiting people we don't read and they talk for the streets of social media. And you know always, bring your evidence to back them up. Now, some of Tinubu's foreign trips that he has attended, of course, we don't make people don't they speculate, say this kind of things that happen. I think since he took office in 2023, President Tinubu has made frequent trips to France, sparking ongoing concerns about the transparency surrounding his health. He had all reportedly spent over 50 days in France across several visits, after often described as private or working trips. Some of them they go say, excuse me, some of the visits they go say are working visits. Some they go say na private visit. You know now we've seen. I think let's see if we can remember some of them. I think in June 2023. He attended a new Global Financial Pact Summit in Paris, spending around 4 to 5 days there. Right? January 2024, Tinubu took a 14-day private trip to France, returning to Nigeria in early February. August 2024, he went to another brief trip to France, returning after 4 days. October 2024, the Kantamo. In early October, he traveled to the UK for a 2 weeks working vacation. Working, but vacation. Remember, like the, that island on working vacation as part of his annual leave. Reports indicate that during his visit, he also traveled to France. Now, November 2024, 3 days, 3 day state visit at I think Macron's invitation, during which business and infrastructure agreements were signed. Total stay was about 5 days. And February 2025, officially described as a private visit en route to Addis Ababa for AU meetings, stayed around 7 to 8 days. And then April 2025, 2 weeks working visit with time also spent in London, stayed around 14 to 19 days. So this now what he don't spend, the amount of time we be say he don't spend. And people don't they speculate, they say, okay, so why is it so difficult for people, for Nigerians to find out a way to find out to know about the whereabouts of their president and to get a clear and sincere response on the whereabouts of their president? Why is it hard? Why is it a difficult thing? Why be say anytime we be say they ask, perhaps they'll just brush up the statement or arrogantly respond to people, or maybe make it look like they are over requesting. Is it not their responsibility to? I mean, this same thing also almost happened during President Muhammad Buhari's administration, especially that time when he spent a very long time for treatment for London. When they asked them, there was also this hush hush and this brush up, and this don't create a lot of speculation. Now, when they talk about speculation of ill health, say that speculation of ill health also now part of waiting people they also talk about for the health of I think the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, because people don't react as it consign them and as it consign in health. If you remember, if you did for Nigeria and you did stable for the country, you'd recall that I think was it last week there was a report about his health condition. In fact, people been carry and talk say he no did the country, say he don't go don't go receive treatment, right? And then when that rumor came, it wasn't quite long. We saw him make a public appearance, and it was like, okay, that's debunking the story that indeed there was anything wrong with him. But then, a more recent video, one of those more recent videos, they don't come show up, they make people the one that say, all is all really well, perhaps because of the way he appears and looked, would look at that video. But before we get to that video, Yeah. So according to this report, they said they don't try to also check out or find out if you hear the details of the conversation about what they happened to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, why he's not made public statement, why he's not spoken to people publicly now for more than a week, and there hasn't been any proper response or reaction from the presidency. But this statement that must he be showing himself everywhere every time? The president can decide to walk anywhere he likes, and it's okay. But then, Senate Committee on Navy, Senate Committee on Navy, Senator Benga Daniel, APC Ogun State, don't describe as untrue a media report alleging that Senate President Godswill Akpabio they hospitalized for unnamed hospital for London. In fact, Daniel disclosed this one. He can't say, in fact, say in stop over for London to inform the Senate President on his planned return to Nigeria to partake in the August 16th by-election to fill the vacant seat of the Ikenne Shagamu Remo North Federal Constituency from Edo State. But as he go there, see the in fact, quoting him, he says, I am here to formally inform you, Mr. Senate President, that I will be returning to Nigeria to partake in the August 16th by-election into the constituency. And that saying I'm waiting to tell him. But for inside that statement, he talk to the president, the Senate President did well, he did do well. He say with the say the president they do well. Say in day well, in day hale and hearty, say nothing they happen to him. However, there is a video that has surfaced of the Senate president recently. Take a watch. Watch this. So, what my background, okay. So some people at some point can say, okay, why did they not show him trying to climb to the plane, take up to the plane? Why? Why did they not show that part? But that's what people started saying. What these social media people, you can do too much at Broko. Why? All right, let's watch further and see. So we can see that. So some people they talk, it perhaps looks like somebody who just perhaps just had
Welcome to my own brother. Welcome back.
Okay, so that's it. So some people they react say it dey look like person will perhaps obviously just come out of surgery, and so you get today mindful of a footstep in steps and all that, and you look obviously unwell. While others they talk say there's actually nothing wrong with whether the president or the senate president or anybody is sick. They are human beings. They be human, and as a human being, you can fall sick at any time. He can fall sick. So why do we make a force of it? But then now, this now the kind of thing where people they put out. This now the kind you can say, I cannot even read it with my two mouths. I can't read it. This now the kind of thing where people they put for it. When I tell you that anything that I bring here or anything I say, now be me talker. Now according to them, say this now one of the them say they don't see. Am. So, but people are saying that. So, while it is not a problem for anybody to be sick, why does it look like anytime one Nigerian leader be sick or one Nigerian leader or the other be sick, would they make it look like saying a secret? Why do we make it look like something that we have to guard so jealously and like make our enemies don't know say would they sick or like they go happy over us? God forbid. Who would ever glory about anybody's ill health? For this life we be say even picking with them born if you die. Anybody go fit die. Nobody gets life guaranteed. Nobody gets them guaranteed. Life now waiting to be say or death or life or ill health and waiting to happen to anybody at any time, irrespective of age, class, social strata, money self joined together. It can happen to anybody, ill health. And that's why we all pray for good health. And for people who don't the day a bit older, it's even more often, more common. So there is nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. In fact, most of us when they young, they pray make we old reach President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Because most young people, not the same occurs, they feel no old rich like that. They feel no old rich like that. with the debt, you don't see on on a life expectancy for Nigeria. 50 something years old, 56 years old. So that means if you don't live more than 56 years at the present Tinubu's Nigeria right now, it's supposed just the an extra time you dey pay. If you don't live more than 56, na extra time. Come become a Akpabio we don't pass 56 well well. Become President Tinubu we don't overpass 56. So that means they're living on extra time. If we go by our current life expectancy, that means they're doing amazing. If you have parents who have lived beyond that age, or you have people around you who's lived beyond that age, that means you're supposed to thank God, say that they do very well. So should it be something that would not be talking about and be abusing them, or perhaps be making a fuss about? While others say that it is just because of the way they go about making these things issues of a top secret, and are waiting to raise the curiosity of Nigerians. So phone lines will be opened, phone lines will be opened. So you jumping on the conversation. My heart no days at na reporter carry come. So not gonna put an amount for inside the report. You know how they always like to hear from Mona. Make I know as this matter then take do on for body. Without much ado, let's move fast to other conversations. Because it don't take too much time for inside this particular matter. I will do you a lot of disservice if I don't talk about what happened today at the Ibom Air. While I had done a report on it earlier today and posted, but let me quickly give you an update, because the young lady right now, she is supposed to cool off right now from inside Kirikiri prison, and people like presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, don't react to the quick and swift treatment where say then give her. Now, former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi don't criticize the handling of the recent Ibom Air incident, describing it as a reflection of a double standard. He said this one, now double standard. Not if you tell me. Now double standard. Why? Because if you look at the way they use handle Hamata, can't look at the way they use handle Kwanwan matter. If you can't the one that say, all animals are equal, but be like say indeed, some animals are more equal than the others. That's now waiting it be like say it look like. So that's an excerpt of his conversation. Now, for inside a statement where we say released today for inside in Twitter handle, Obi apologized to the Ibom Air crew allegedly assaulted by passenger Comfort Emanson, stressing the need for Nigeria to uphold good conduct as a true measure of success and decent living. However, he condemned what he termed the dehumanization or the dehumanizing treatment of Emanson, who was stripped publicly before being hurriedly taken to court and remanded. He noted that while she is in custody, another individual who held a plane hostage from taking off and put hundreds of lives at risk remains at large, with some government officials calling for him to be forgiven and pleading on his behalf. Just like MC Olomana don't say, like a prodigal child, let's forgive Kwangwan. So you don't beg now too. He wrote, this case is not just about one young woman. It's about the double standards that poison our justice system. Justice in Nigeria must never be about who is poor or powerless versus who has influence or access to government officials. That's what you talk. While Miss Comfort Emanson is in jail, the other offender who committed a more severe offense has not been held to the same standard. He has neither been arrested nor arraigned in any court. We must build a country where justice is fair, equal, and not selective, especially against women who are seen to be weaker. This young lady's offense does not compare to the crime committed daily by those parading themselves as excellencies while looting public funds without consequences, and yet they have not been stripped or dehumanized in the same manner. And not be only that one, because everybody don't they complain about the way they use handle this matter. Everybody don't they complain. And apart from Obi making a statement on it, I think other people have also made this. I was it Aisha Yusuf who again? I think Aisha Yusuf, yeah, made a statement. She also tweeted. She was like, see her tweet now, when she put up there. She talks, say, Adams Oshomole was not remanded. Kwamwan was not remanded. And then this young lady, they don't remind her. While everybody they condemn what she should, of course, anybody who saw that video would condemn the way she acted. Would condemn the way she acted. But beyond that, the person where be say hold a plane, hostage, will be almost an act of terrorism. Where for endanger other, she now one person life now she threaten, or let's say even all the air hostesses life now she threaten. But she did not threaten the life of the entire passengers in that place. But Kwan's action posed a threat to the lives of the entire passengers and the crew of that flight. How come we did not? We're not holding them accountable equally. How come? So there's been, reports here and there about that, and people don't they make statements. And the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, you don't make statement. But make I take some. I think FAN too don't release statement. And well, apart from FAN statement and all that, this statement by this statement, I'm waiting to be say a lot of people look like say okay, it is okay. But then after Ona point out this fact finish, why Ona still go ahead to not to punish the other people that we want to mention, because the I think the AON, that is the airline operators of Nigeria, bring out the statement. And for inside this statement, they mention say it started with Adam Soshimole and then Pam and then now this lady. So they condemned all of them. But Adam Soshimole, nobody don't even hear about that matter again. I mean, after they thought they will investigate, What's the outcome of the investigation? We never know. The last we heard was just the Basbos. He said something else, and Airpiece said another thing, and there was, conflicting report between him and Airpiece. That's all. And the next thing we hear, they say they go investigate the matter, and we'll get to know. Till now, we'll never know the outcome of the investigation. And the Kwamwan own, how far? Oga Keyamo come out, put out statements, say they will suspend that for 6 months and all that with thorough investigation. We never know what's going to happen. But the right thing to be done was it to just announce that you would suspend him and all that without at least arresting him first of all. Because according to the law, according to the criminal code, he's supposed to be chill out 2 years now for jail for what he don't do. Or we also forgive this girl. You see, that's the thing. So nobody is saying that forgiveness is bad though. But as you're forgiving from one, also forgive this young lady. So that I want forgiveness for the other. So you don't forgive one and then you crucify the other person. Because that person no get connection to the presidency. And this is where people begin to play the ethnic card. Perhaps if she was a Yoruba person, maybe she would have been forgiven faster. Maybe she wouldn't have even been arraigned and all of those issues. Should we keep running a country where we have these kind of issues, where people they feel less of themselves? Because as I speak to you right now, the young lady don't carry her go court and she's remanded in Kirikiri right now. So she go to chill for inside Kirikiri right now. There now she go there. Oga Festus Keyamo don't come out, come put out statement about the way they use handler. Say they say sanction, they say they will sanction people because of the way they use handler and all of that. But she's been embarrassed. She's been embarrassed. Nobody can take back that embarrassment with the naked half outside. That's not that stigma will live with her for the rest of her life. In fact, people don't go dig her. In fact, as the airline even come publish her name, join her, people were unaware of who she was. But as the airline come publish her name, even as they naked her, people now went to go and dig out about her. And her pictures come begin fly around everywhere. People did not know who she really was or her real identity. But right now, her pictures don't everywhere. And you can credit that to the statement made by the airline. So now so that again I could live with this stigma for the rest of her life. Even though she had a terrible temper and she did something wrong. So people are not trying to praise what she did, but people are saying that let the treatment you give to one be what you go for others. If you won't give punishment so that it will serve as a deterrent, give the punishment, make it serve as a deterrent to everybody. Not be say go punish one side of the society and you leave the other people them. We don't say na animal farm would do in real life. But then we don't have to make it look obvious so that people will keep feeling bad. All right, let me quickly rush to other stories. I tell you now, say EFCC don't invite Aminu Tambuwal, former governor of Sokoto State. Say, as we dey talk now, he's supposed currently still there for EFCC. I don't know what they don't release and finally. He's squeezed by the EFCC for plenty money. In fact, according to reports, they say seeing the serving senator, by the way, he's in detention over alleged fraudulent cash withdrawal to the tune of 189 billion naira. Saying withdraw cash. What? Not be 1 billion, 2, 3, 189 billion naira. But why people are condemning this and it's very bad. They don't want to hear waiting people with that related to power they withdraw. They don't want to hear their own infractions. They don't if you imagine their own infractions, the kind things that what did they do with impunity said because nobody can do any goddamn thing to them. That's not waiting people they talk. So why is it that because he's an opposition or he's not supporting the present government, or maybe in be part of those who never endorse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now we make they condemn him, and now we make the investigating case. That now waiting people they talk. So is this kind of a political witch hunt? Now we hear that the development comes after the African Democratic Congress (ADC) has alleged that EFCC was carrying out a selective investigation investigations targeting opposition politicians alone. I think I said that's in my news too. Yes, because the spokesperson of the ADC said this that the EFCC is engaging in selective investigations aimed at intimidating opposition figures, describing the trend as a threat to democracy and a sign of creeping economy. Now, remember, say, when a creeping dictatorship, rather. Remember, say, when Ibi say, Oga Ifani Okowa and Oboriwori, they leave PDP. People don't cite him as the EFCC case where he supposed get that invite, saying, I'm waiting, make he go. And immediately he joined APC. We'll never hear anything about any further EFCC invitation. Even though Oga Okowa was invited on TV and asked about it, he said he just called him for questioning and that was all that. It's not like he really had any case and all that. But people are saying that could he really have had a case if he didn't eventually join APC? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So as it stands now, there may be more to come. There may be more to come in EFCC custody. More Matapi enter EFCC custody right now. More feeding for EFCC. So more opposition people made him wake up. I won't be surprised if Chibika Amechi is invited next. I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised if some other big wigs are invited next. I won't be surprised. So this is, in fact, more of this will happen as the election they come closer. And then some of them will be, some people don't they talk, and some of them they will get a condition that is when they align with the center or perhaps decide to stay away from the 2027 politics, then they will let them rest. So whilst we know you're pursuing a case, but once you align with the center or you promise to stay away from the 2027 election, then they will let you rest. They will put you off the hook. Okay, I don't want to say some other things, so let me keep quiet. This same EFCC where all just can get fired for their place. Where some where they collect salary as if say they serve the hold. This same EFCC, the Senate president. Well, like I keep quiet, I beg. Let's move to other issues. Now, speaking about the opposition, a lawyer and activist, Dr. Maxwell Opara, has told has said that former Minister of Transportation Chibika Amechi, and not just him, but anybody at all can defeat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu if elections were free and fair in Nigeria. But the problem is, are the elections free and fair in Nigeria? I don't want to go through the huddle of playing that footage. Say anybody could fit actually defeat, excuse me, Tinubu, if elections are free and fair. But are elections free and fair in Nigeria indeed? That's $1 million question where a lot of people don't get a response to. Because that's not the worry we see a lot of people get concerning election for inside Nigeria. I don't know if I also told you about the story of okay, so let me take the reaction. So Senator Obina Oba has said that the governor of Ebonyi State, Francis Nwifuru, did not influence his decision to suspend the general manager of his radio station, Mr. Godfrey Chikwere. Now, the news agency of Nigeria reports that Chikwere was suspended by the legacy frequency modulation station on August 9 for negatively criticizing Governor Nwifuru during station's talk show. Now, the suspension attracted reactions from the public, with some faulting his allegedly calling the governor a weak leader, while others held that all he said and wrote were in order. So because say it cause maybe the governor really take action enough to be weak leader, they sack him from the job, they suspend him, commot the job, and the owner of the station and they justify say he do well as a suspender. So for those of you who say you can't speak truth to power, you can't speak truth to power. This is example of what speak truth to power can do to you. And guess what? This young man may not get another job again. Can I blow your mind? Most of the media houses you have in Nigeria are owned by politicians, or one politician or the other gives small affiliation or small stake or relationship with the owner. Do you know? So when you don't offend one politician like this, how you think will you get job? How would this young man, be able to fend for his family now? Because what? He spoke truth to power. So when people are telling some of us in Nigeria, speak truth to power, this is speaking truth to power in Nigeria has consequences. This young man not collect the consequences now. Not be say he cause governor, just say maybe you don't get action weak, small. Just small weakness, small weakness. I put that for this place where you be like this. So I just thought to bring up the story so that some of us who always agitate for this and perhaps insult people for not saying their mind or taking a stand would understand what it tastes like in Nigeria. One of the many reasons I left mainstream media, by the way. All right, so let's go straight to other issues. Yeah. So now, speaking about that young lady's case, there was also another video that resurfaced that showed when she was trying to disembark from the aircraft and she was stopped by the air hostess from disembarking. People are still looking forward to getting her own side of the story.
Madam, I beg come on for a make I pass. Everybody that leave the restaurant. Come on for a make I pass. I don't see wahala. I want to go out. And here hostess is standing on the way.
All right, so that's it. I have to stop this here so that I don't get to where she was stripped and all that. So that's a video evidence that showed that. But I mean, that was part of their statement in the first place anyway, because they had said that because she had already assaulted the air hostess before then, and that's why the air hostess had to stop her. After calling security, so she was waiting for security to come and handle her case. So that's why they didn't let her move. Hmm? Okay, so let's go straight to security issues now that I have mentioned security. Now, you remember the Owo massacre, where happened, where everybody they shake, people go church on a Sunday morning, where they happy say that they go church and all that. You remember what happened for that Sunday morning church going, where people go? Eh. So now people went to church and terrorists attacked them in their church. And 40 people, 40 worshippers, if not more, were killed. We hear that the federal government today, Monday, finally arraigned 5 men before the Federal High Court in Abuja over their alleged involvement in the June 5, 2022 attack, 2022 attack at the St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, Ondo State. Now, in which over 40 worshippers died. The 5 accused persons are Idris Abdul Malik, Omeza, Al Kazim Idris, Jamil Abdul Malik, Abdul Halem Idris, and Momo Tuho Abubakar. Now, over 40 people were reported to have died in the attack, while over 100 others sustained injuries. People just entered church. I think it was a harvest day that day, said, and just opened the door, entered the church. It was a Thanksgiving Sunday or something like that. They entered church, open fire, begin kill people, kill anyhow. Now, they are accused of being members of Al Shabaab terrorist group belonging to a cell in Kogi State. The defenders are also alleged to have carried out the attack in furtherance of their religious ideology. We make the US the vex now, the talk say there is a deliberate persecution of Christians in Nigeria. Now, they pleaded not guilty when the charge was read to them by an official of the court. Following their not guilty plea, prosecuting lawyer Callistus Eze urged the court to order that the defendants be remanded in the custody of the DSS pending trial. Defendant's lawyer Abdullahi Muhammad, however, prayed the court to order the DSS to allow members of the defendants' families and their lawyers to have access to them. Mohammed said the defendants had been in custody since 2022 when they were arrested and have not had access to family members and lawyers. Eze said it was the standard practice that detainees and detainees' families and their family members and lawyers should be granted access after formal written request. Now, he noted that it has become inevitable at this stage that the defendants be allowed access to their families. But bottom line, at the end of the day, the lawyer spoke. The lawyer to the accused spoke. And here's what he's got to say. Because in the talk, say he would likely file or request for their bail. And because there's really nothing against them, and they'll be on bail. When they were filing. Exactly.
I'm just meeting them for the first time today. Just meeting them for the time. I wrote several letters. And that was why I pleaded with the court to please order them that each time we come to see them, we should be allowed.
So are you filing any civil action as to illegal detention?
We are jumping not now, until after the outcome of the judgment, and by His grace we believe they will be discharged and acquitted. And then we'll know what to do.
How do you feel for so long you've not been arraigned? Yes, sir. Your full name.
Abdullahi Awwal Muhammad Esquire.
Okay. The charges have been read to your clients and they are all pleaded not guilty. How ready are you for this trial?
Oh, as they say it, they are not guilty. So it stands. The court will now decide.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, come on, very, very ready. That's why we're so grateful they gave us next week. I'm going to see how the SS will be prepared.
Sir,
2022. Yes, sir.
So now, you're saying your
All right, so let's just stop it here. That's the case. That's it there. And so, if they're eventually discharged because they're not guilty, so who killed them? Who were those who were responsible for opening fire at innocent Christian worshippers in Owo? Who did it? And who should take responsibility? If these particular people are innocent people, they don't do them. So who be the people we do them? Is it that it is very difficult for our security agencies to indeed apprehend the real culprits of any crime? Is it very difficult to do? Is it too much? Again, for sinner crimes, is it just possible that you commit a crime and you just disappear into thin air, and then maybe they'll go and just arrest one hoodlum, one corner, and accuse the person that the person is, person is responsible, and then later release the hoodlum so it will not be you again. Then who did it? Who did it? Again, I say, if they call themselves a bunch of Christian worshippers, enter inside the mosque, shoot everybody then flat like that. Now the same story we're going to get like this. Is it the same story we would have? This is the kind of things or the kind of reason we make people like Donald Trump now they vex on Nigeria talk say na persecution of Christians now they happen for Nigeria. These are the kind of reasons. You self think about them. I know that this terrorism act for Nigeria, you don't know any religion. People they die from both sides. But if you look at it critically, more people don't die from the Christian part. Look at the people who suffer it the most. Southern Kaduna people suffer and well during El Rufai administration. For the whole of Buhari's regime and right now, Benue they suffer am, Plateau they suffer am. Mostly Christian communities, nine they suffer am. Mostly for Benue and Plateau State, mostly Christian communities. Mostly. What do you say about that? And if you talk now, they go say, no, don't say like that. It's not everything that is religious. We're not saying it's all religious, though, but we're saying that how about when we look at when we when we weigh 'em, we see they happen more for this side and this other side. What do we do about it? That's what some people are saying. Well, we look forward to seeing the outcome of that case as it unfolds. But then let me also quickly let you know that residents in Yelwata, Benue State, today, Monday, blocked federal highway again from Makodi, protesting the killing of three people. That is the same year, Watao, where over 300, 200 or 300 people died. Now, they don't also kill three people again. Again, for the same year, Wata again. Now, it was learned that suspected armed headers were reported to have invaded the community as early as 7 a.m. and shot three people dead and three others injured. The residents were said to have blocked the federal highway with the corpses of these people that they killed, preventing movement of vehicles. Eh, I'm tired, honestly speaking. I'm tired. I wish I wouldn't have to be reading these stories every day. Well, in Borno State too, we hear say residents they run for their life. Excuse me. After Ibise, Boko Haram terrorists kill soldiers, unspecified amount of soldiers, and kidnap a young schoolgirl. Terrorists killed scores of soldiers and abducted a schoolgirl, Aisha Mohammed. According to Punch, they say their correspondent gathered that the attack, which lasted for 4 hours, occurred late Saturday night at August 9, 2025. Confirming the attack to Punch Online, the spokesperson for the Borno State Police Command, ASP Nahum Dasu, said that many residents have fled their homes. In Borno State, army, unspecified amount of soldiers, army, 9 they kill. Army, 9 they kill. Again, again. In fact, as I speak now, the senator representing Plateau Central Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Dicket Plank, has decried the incessant, lingering violence and bloodshed in Bokos local government area of the state and has called for immediate intervention to arrest the situation. But that intervention, will he ever intervene? Will he ever intervene? Nigerians' phone lines are open. Please, let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions. So I don't start sounding like a broken record. It can be really very mentally torturing to speak about Nigerian situation, especially as it concerns security. Well, I get praise. Phone lines are open, so let me begin to take your thoughts and reactions. So click on the link that is by the pinned post, that is in the pinned post, and then the link will bring you straight into my studio, make you join the studio. Or you call the WhatsApp number where you be say day for inside that same link, right? The WhatsApp number is 0817 I hope I am correct. 0817 Now the WhatsApp number waiting for that pinned post. Oh yes. Who's the first person I'm speaking to? TY Danjuma. Hello, Mr. TY. Good evening.
Good evening, Precious. How now?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Good, good, good. You are doing great too. Now
Eh,
yes, you reach us 2 times now, even 3 times in a day.
I'm,
That's
I'm
that's
trying
great.
to. I'm trying to, but my schedule is crazy, so it takes a toll on me. So I'm not sure of maintaining this for too long. But let's just see
Watch
how
your
it goes.
watch your mental health too.
That's the most important part because this can be
Yeah,
draining, really.
yes, but you are doing well. You are doing well.
Thank
You are doing
you.
well.
Thank you so much. Go
So they
ahead,
doing
please.
you well, well. Yeah, quickly.
Stop it
Today
right, please.
I'm going to speak on 3 issues. Three.
Okay.
One, is this issue of 189 billion,
Yes,
where they
so
find when one
if I just
person, one individual,
if I just call on the Tambuwal issue,
right?
the
One individual,
Tambuwalization, mm, they
one
say in
individual.
worker. Can I blow your mind? Can I blow your mind? Can I blow your mind? That money is nothing compared to what some people also withdraw. It's just that those people have favor, so their matter no go blow. Leave am. Now Nigeria be this.
No, I know now. I know
Very
now, and you can imagine. You can begin to imagine waiting the one use that money do. Now, this one is even small compared to billion van, where we see a few years ago.
Everything like I tell you, say don't worry yourself. Say this one, like piece of the iceberg.
They not arrest anybody. Oh. That bullion van, nobody, no, I never see. This is not the first time why they hear say an individual they carry bullion van, they go in house. Some people say the team missed road. He was going to a bank, so he missed road, so he just entered
The
that
Google
place.
map not direct and where.
Well, so nothing happened. That one died, and then we don't see somebody they go up and down, donate 9 billion here, 1 billion here, and so on and so forth. An individual, they no catch that one. No, they say an NGO. NGO is not investigated to find out what is the source of their money. How much, where did they get the money in this country? And then we hear my own brother, Oko, the one when you do, and they won't catch and you don't go APC. Because when you don't go there now, uh, your sins will be forgiven. So,
So you don't see
this
what
country,
you don't see saying that this temporalization now, it make person they come out. You go they get to dodge your head first. Makadi
before that one, we don't get mutualization of funds all over the country. No, nothing, nobody talk anything.
and as I they tell you right now, Mechi may be a victim too.
Hey,
I
so
don't know. I'm just saying.
they are just starting. Yeah, no, they're just starting. That's your country, but there will be a lot of people where they go hold now. Between now and well, the sad thing is that people have left. We have just left governance, and we are politicking. We are going into all kinds of nonsense, and it's the country that is suffering. The economy is suffering, and so on and so forth. Make I leave that one there because that one not be my main this thing, but it's for Nigerians to they see money where they outside people they collect. When pensioners, I'll come to that. When
You
pensioners
don't
are
mm,
suffering,
you don't forget waiting make Buhari been decide to change money that time. When they talk, say the
yes,
amount of money within circulation,
where they outside
where
in
they're
the formal
outside,
sector,
pass,
yes,
waiting they
that's what
see.
where they the formal sector.
Yes, yes, yeah.
So anyway, we go deal. I will deal with that when I talk about this thing. So make I leave that one. The second one I want to talk about is now this protest all over the country by pensioners. You remember, say we don't hear some unidentified persons, alleging that they are rank and file from the military, talking about how they are not well treated, their welfare, their feeding, their remuneration very poor, and they're badly equipped, and so on and so forth. We don't hear people daring the establishment. to come out openly to say this is what is happening to them. We shouldn't be. Some years back, we don't see police protest. For the first time, where police they go on protest over the same thing, welfare issues. Now, we don't see retired police officers recently, coming to protest. Where Showore lead them, where eventually resulted in hand with the break. You know, Complaining of unpaid
Yeah.
pension,
Mm.
and complaining of arrears, and even paltry sum of money. How can somebody work for 35 years, 36 years, when he don't finish? His gratuity is 1 million, 2 million for 35 years. Eh, Precious, make you think about that. Those are wasted years. Those are
So,
wasted, the person now
so,
wasted years.
so can I tell you? Can I make a confession? I shouldn't be making this confession, but that's one of the reasons I left. I'm a core civil servant breed, right? So that's one of the reasons I left civil servants. Every time I look at our bosses that had retired or that has retired, I get terrified. I ask myself that, wait, in the next XYZ years, that's why I could be.
It, it
You
was a good,
understand?
it was a
I
good decision.
become terrified. I told myself that while I still get small the muscle for my
Strength.
body, let
Yes.
me work and take care of myself because and I can't
I'll
even
blow your
explain.
mind.
It's scary.
I'll blow your
You
mind
know,
here.
the people they retire for this country and their entire pay off need to reach better 5 million. Some people need to reach 3 million. Some people after working for
Precious.
35 years, and that one not even reach 1 hour payment of one of your
I'm coming to
politicians.
that.
It's
You are, you are, you
extreme.
are, you are
Go ahead,
looking,
please.
you are looking, you are looking for my trouble. Because if I start on that one, I no go here. But you are looking for my trouble. You know the reason why I swore that I would never work for government. I would never be a civil servant, a public servant, or a civil servant. It's connected to the thing where you dey talk so. It's connected to the thing where they talk so. And is connected one principally to my uncle, my late uncle, who was, I call him a textbook civil servant. Excellent, very good. Very good asset. Go still, that you can't fault him when it comes to doing his job. Huh? If you know what they did to him. I don't want to go there, make a difference because it will take time. But it's the same story of how civil service has been bastardized. Before now, teachers, if you can't say you won't marry, I won't marry Precious. They go say, what you say na teacher. They say, no, no,
Ah,
no,
you no
no,
go fit
no,
take care of
no,
her.
we don't
Me,
want
you
you.
no go fit. Me, self, I no go marry teacher.
No, you
I
know go
will
fit
not
take
even
care.
try it. Why?
It
I
was
want
it
to
was so bad. It was it was so bad. If you go meet, you want hire house, you want rent, you want hire. There's way to receive it. I said no, no, no. There's no vacancy. No, nothing here. Now it has shifted to the civil servant.
You never
But
see
make I
that car
go
where
on
that guy
because
they
of
say when
time.
you go talking say civil servants cannot buy this car. But it's true. They can't buy this
Oh,
car.
you know. So right now you have pensioners. That's how you know of pensioners. They're on strike. Nitel,
Nothing they happen.
MTEL,
You know the problem.
FRCN,
Oh,
railways, Federal Ministry of Works. They
nothing
are
will
they are
come
all
out
on
of that
strike. Where
strike, brother. Forget it. Nothing. The strike is going nowhere.
arrears you dey owe them.
Sir?
Precious. How can a man wey don or a woman wey don invest all the money hoping that by the time he retire when he go dey weak, the money wey dey expect wey go dey draw as pension or gratuity wey go take care of himself, you no go pay am. And even if you pay am, the money no reach, they can't even buy land. How can a civil servant buy land and build house with this nonsense that is happening? How? Some of them don't die, they no chop their money while waiting. When many years ago when I was a voucher clerk, I see some of these pensioners coming to collect their money. The treasurer, inside the small money where they give them. Somebody will come whisper to you, if you want your money, promise the treasurer some money. If you promise and your money will come out. You know,
Mm.
pittance where they get. And that person go take the money, he go happy. He go happy. It's embarrassing. But let me move quickly. You see, I was listening to a senator. They tell me, say, he was saying that a senator receives about 15 million
Some
monthly.
14-7. You know, saying are different depending
Uh,
on whether they be principal officers or not.
I know that one excess. I just want to that one added this thing. House of Rep 15 million monthly. Then when you now talk about sitting allowance, constituency allowance, or travel allowance, aids, and all those ones, it runs to billions where they can receive each person. Then if you are high up, these people do this thing for maybe 4 years, and they receive all these monies. But someone who don't serve meritoriously for 36 years, he ends up receiving even a director, level
What
16,
are you
level
saying?
17. When he retire, how much being
What are you saying?
gratuity? 15 million, 16 million. What is that?
And I hope you know that it
What
is
is that?
worse now. It is worse at this era of contributory pension. With this contributory pension
What
is
is
worse.
that? And it's contributing pension or
Yes.
is your money
So
or where they
in
add a
fact,
little bit.
in fact,
To
my own
get it is a
contributory pension,
problem.
if I like say I go
What
work
kind
tell
of
them say I
country is
never
this?
get work for since where I retire self. Make a chop and now where they are like
What kind of country is this?
yeah,
So why won't people steal?
that's it. So,
Why tell me now, why won't people steal when? Because at the end of the day, if you see what is happening, you know that after contributing and working so hard and the time you are frail and you are old and you retire, that even that money, that little thing where your nation is supposed to, that's robbery. The state is robbing people. This is elite and state conspiracy. They are killing people. And I don't want to talk something where I go talk here because I did air because they pain me. I swear, I thank God I never worked for public service or ministry. I never worked. I can't because of this nonsense. You know. So you made a good decision. The money where these people go make in one month, that is what a man will go work, a woman will work for 35 years go make. What justice is? What kind of justice is this? The arrears you no go pay, their pension you no go pay. Things don't increase, you won't pay. How do you want them to make money? They have children. Their children, they don't train
oh, now,
them from school.
now
They
you
don't
just
get job.
reminded me. Maybe you could just wait, make I quickly even do this report. So I sent John out of the street and he go do a report on the Nel Fund come out, come talk. Because you know, say the Nel Fund money, when they talk, say they give student loan, they give student loan. A lot of us forget that this administration actually increased tertiary institution fees when they resume for 2023.
Yes,
A lot of people don't know. So, why buy another guy and all the rest of them, they look and like say, oh, now good news. Oh, then do this one, then give us. So students now have loan, they're happy and all that. But how do you come into government and because of the cost, the after effect of your policies, all the schools increase school fees. And you come and give them
yes.
loan
Mm,
as a way to. So because if to say the fees and still did the way they did before, people for fit ordinarily afford them. You understand? So this now
mm.
waiting some of the students that they talk. But I think it'd be good for me to play the record. Maybe when you finish, so I don't leave you hanging.
Yeah, so yeah, it'd be good to take that because that's the contradiction. When you the money that they give not go even do anything compared to the damage that they have done in terms of the valuation of the currency. It's like nothing. It's like when they say they are giving the governors a lot of money now, but if you compare the money, to if you compare what the money was, the value of the money, what it was 3, 4, five
Inflation not
years
take them up
ago
now.
to
Yes,
what it
now.
is now,
Inflation not carry up now.
so
So
you are not
you
giving
didn't
them
add any
anything.
additional money to them.
Yes,
You're saying the governors are making more money.
yes,
What are they doing with it? But
yes.
there's
Yes,
inflation.
on the surface, it will appear that you are giving them more money, but in theory, you see, say
No,
you
you're
are
not.
really not giving them because you devalued it and then you are giving so the money
It's just
doesn't
like
do
our
anything.
budget too. Like
Anyway, but
saying
let
that
me
our
leave.
budget is more. It's more because the value of the money for the budget it's not plenty again. So that's it. That's what it
Yes,
is.
so you fooling people is all this rebasing to whether they say that they do and all that. All of them are the same thing. It's absolute nonsense. But let me leave. Let me because of time. Let me just quickly. leave that one, just touch on that one and leave that one. Make I go to the really critical when I want to talk about that. And that's about this coalition, this politicking, looking towards 2027. It's a shame that everything that we're talking about now is about politics, 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 politics. Government is distracted, nothing is happening,
Campaign has started.
it's a shame. But yeah, but I want to talk about. Let me take the issue of Jonathan. That we hear that PDP is lobbying, APC is lobbying, him to come in. First of all, I think yes, Jonathan has a right. A respected gentleman, he has a right to aspire if he wants. We haven't heard from him whether, but from the insinuations and the grapevine, waiting with the hear, be say he's making some moves. He has met some VIP, some former heads of states and so on, maybe trying to sound them, and but we haven't heard specifically from him. Although there are some people who don't come, we say some of his friends say we know that yes, contact was made, and then the man is thinking about it, or blah 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 blah, and so on. But you see, my attitude to this is, while I respect whatever is Jonathan's decision, if he come out saying one wrong, then my respect for will just fall on their ground. Because these are the same people will come out, will say you are not good, say you are clueless, call your wife all kinds of names, carry in coffin up and down, they go, they do all those things. Conspired against him, even members of his own party, the same PDP, conspired against him, worked out against him, caused him to fail. Now that same people trying to use him, they now say, oh, he's now he's born again now, he's now a saint, he's no longer the devil that he used to be. So he's the best. What is it that Jonathan has? What is Jonathan going to do? What is it that he has that is going to fix the problem that we have? If not to gratiate or satisfy the interests of people, a certain group of people, I don't want to mention them, because they feel that this man can be used. That's one. Two. Second, the reason why they are bringing him is to frustrate Obi. They want to use him against Jonathan. And we hear that Jonathan, that from the grapevine, that they're saying that if Jonathan, Obi has said that if Jonathan is running, that he would accord him that respect, he will not run, just as he did initially to Atiku, that he will not run, which is gentlemanly, because he has said that it's not a do or die for him. Okay, but the whole idea is to make sure that they frustrate Obi, but they forget that if they do whatever they are going to do, whether Obi is running, whether Obi is not running, he has a solid block of obedient movement, with him. And whoever comes out, if they must need Obi. Obi is the bride, and Obi has that as a negotiating, block that he has. Is his joker. So he will determine who wins, even Ashiwaju, including Ashiwaju. Because I see a situation where if Obi, they don't give Obi platform, if they frustrate him, APC will lobby him. Because if Obi decides that, okay, let us sit down and negotiate, this is what we must do for our country. Because it's not just that Obi is interested in just being the president. Obi is interested in fixing the country. So even if you don't get a platform, but if there's a block where you go sit down with and say, listen, this country is going wrong, and these are the things we need to do, and you must involve, these are the people that if you don't take these people, I'm not going to support you. You must take these people who I think have the vision and they're going to do A, B, C, D, and so on and so forth. So it's a critical block. Win or lose, Obi is critical. That's one. Two, the other thing I want to say is, you see, right now, you have a situation where Atiku also is unnerved, is uncomfortable. Because we have heard from the grapevine too that there are certain people in ADC who are saying they must don't listen to the South, headed by El-Rufai. So if ADC succeeds and takes that policy, that means they don't scheme Atiku out. Atiku is probably going to leave ADC. If what we hear that he wants to run is true, he's probably going to look for another platform. So what I'm trying to say is that there's a whole total confusion right now. There are a lot of speculation. We don't really know what is true because Atiku has not said anything. We just hear speculations and grapevine and all that type of thing. Jonathan has not declared, so maybe we'll give him. Atiku, in fact, we hear has extended his registration with ADC, as we hear. He postponed it.
Yes,
We don't know why.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't know why. Probably because of that reason, to watch and see what is happening, and decide, which way, whether it's proper for him to go forward or to just hold his keep his gunpowder dry. So, in the light of all those things, if you look at people where they call Obi, say Obi hasn't declared, Obi hasn't told us, Obi hasn't told. This is not a situation where you take a step. You just want to, like, you just want to be careful and watch the scenario. You keep negotiating with this group and that block and that block and that block until you see how, where the coast is clear, before you leap. Otherwise, the coast is not clear at all. And I think Obi is doing the right thing. Let me just end by saying, if Jonathan begins to run, one, we are recycling old politicians, which is what, just like old wine
But
in new
that's what
bottle.
ADC is doing too now. ADC,
Yes,
all of them are old people now.
fine.
So
Which is not what this country needs. In terms of the enormity of the problem, you need someone who is strong, who is visionary, who we can see, who has a track record of performance and achievement, and who is bold, who has the balls to challenge, the system. That's the kind of leader we should be looking at. Now, you want to ask, what is Jonathan, going to do? How is he going to fix the system? What is he going to bring to fix the system?
he said he will
What
give,
are his efforts here?
he said he'll give Obi the coordinating minister of the economy.
Well, look at that.
He's
That's
bringing
that's
Obi on board.
that's all he wants to do. you know so then the other thing, the issue of time limit, I think they are running away from those issues, because some people have said that, oh, the reason why they want to bring Jonathan is because they are sure that at least he cannot run more than a term,
4 years, yes.
4 years. But the issue is not about term limit. Even if you want to run 8 or you want to run 4 years, the question is, what do you want to do? Those are the things that the people will be asking. It's not a question. So those who are talking about term limits, they are selfish people. They are not looking at the real issues, which is, how do we fix the economy? It's not the term limit. Okay, and besides, I heard you when in your former program today, when you were talking about, Bubu said he was going to do
Yeah,
4 years,
he
but he
promised
ended
he
up
wants to do
saying
4 years.
yes, yes, and then Jonathan, was supposed to do, and those, you can't. That of Bubu is different. You can't compare it with the present realities that we have now, because Bubu took over from a southern, from somebody who was from the south. So by right, he should run for 2 terms. Okay. So, and two, the people the scenarios are different now. The people who are challenging, who are saying that, who are pushing this thing, are people who knew, okay, who saw that their son, if he ever said that, they didn't hold him to it. They supported him. They wanted the 12 million votes and they put him there. But against Jonathan, they didn't do the same thing. You see, against Jonathan was wrong, but PDP was committed a crime, because they ought to have said to Jonathan, the South has had its turn, its full turn. So now it should move to the North. So PDP is complicit. The same thing they did, with in 2023. So PDP is a criminal organization, because they have been causing this confusion, and now they still want to continue with the confusion by dragging in Jonathan. So PDP needs to be dismantled. It's an amorphous organization. It's a fraudulent organization. It's an organization that doesn't stand by principle. When it pleases certain people, they apply certain principles. When it doesn't please them, they change the system. So PDP cannot be trusted. So the issue that they've been talking about is PDP not being trusted, not the persons. It's the party. Because if the party stood to say no, then they would have given it to the South. If the party stood to say to Jonathan, no, you can't run, then he wouldn't have run. So that's part of what I see. I see here. This thing. Then, again, you remember that at the end of the day, even if Obi decides to run, he has a platform and he runs, and he now changes his mind and says, and I don't think that he's such a person, changes his mind and says he wants to run for another second term. the power, the authority to decide whether he would win or not resides with the people.
Absolutely. I
So
was
they could
already saying
also say
that
to
why
him,
not give
yes,
him the
as
Jonathan
they did.
treatment if he does it? They have the
Yes,
opportunity
that's
to give him the
all.
Jonathan treatment. So what are they waiting
Yes.
for?
So why
Thank you,
they
my brother,
why,
T.Y.
so you
Danjuma.
see that
So they
there
have
is
the
something
power. So
sinister about all
yeah.
these things they are doing. Let
So
me be.
why do you keep saying we don't trust to be, we don't trust to be? You have the power to remove him if you want to. So
The power is in
PDP
your
want to
hands.
fish
The power is
Jonathan
in your
because they
hands.
say they don't trust to
Why are
be.
you
That
saying you
one
don't trust the man?
so I bet they join, maybe they also join Tinubu to play the politics because people they look at like say the APC they play the politics, use that politics of one term to use the markets Peter Obi. Then you too, PDP want to also use that
Yes,
same method. Come on,
yes.
it's crazy. Thank you.
I agree, absolutely. I agree, absolutely. All these things, no matter how you look at it, revolves around Obi. Revolve because that is the man that they want. If they can bring him down, if once they can hold him, then there's
Thank
no problem. Whether for opposition or whether the
thank you,
ruling
T.Y.
party.
Danjuma.
That's how I see it. But let me just leave. Thank you
Thank
for
you
giving me the
so much.
time.
I appreciate you.
Good
Good
night
night.
and have a
Thank
good night
you.
rest.
You too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all the
Yeah.
time. All right, people. Make I just quickly go enter inside street as John Waka enters street today to go. Dr. Chris, I see you. You're there. Please kindly hold on. I'll take you once I'm done playing this report. Please kindly hold on there, please. I see you, please. Sincere apologies. Okay. So let me quickly get you this report from John as in Waka enter inside street to go find out how students them feel as he get to do with this. In fact, the true reaction or the true thing about this Snell fund and how students and they enjoy them so far and what is some of them think about them. Of course, we trust to get a mixed reaction. But
No be
let's
small
quickly hear
campaign
it.
no, for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Bayo Onadoga don post say see as northerners dey jolly dey happy, northern students dey happy for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu because of his student loan. Ngwahera.
You don't hear them as northern students they happy, they jollificate, they hail President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the one way be say give them now fund. That one that the students loan way be say they give. Now a lot of people don't criticize Bayo or Nanoga as he post this one, he can still post the other one way be say have been put up before as they call different northern students them for inside north as they happy because of the loan. Say which country go happy for loan when he be say they know say even if the students then graduate from school, they no go figure work where they will use work to pay back that loan. Which kind of thing be that? I've been a dash on a dash in the money. Who they happy? Who they take loan? Who they happy about them? I've been because of saying administration don't feel. Now, it did a few things where I go like point out for inside this conversation before I waka enter inside street because I get John waka enter inside street. In fact, he go universities, go ask students about this loan and how they manage. Now, first of all, before this administration come into place, most of the schools, their school fees been minimally low as this administration be increased school fees by about 600% for almost all federal government universities and state universities them too come follow borrow that one. All these reports the way they see here, no be me right now screenshots of newspapers them. Remember say last war other schools them been they riot, they vex, they protest, say this school fees increase, then no go fit how poor man picking fee go school with this school fees increase. So your administration increased school fees for all federal universities by almost 600%. And on the other hand, they can't carry students loan, give them. Can't they answer better person because of say you give students loan? That is, you borrow them money to go school. But you can't stop the one way busy the school fees and being they subsidized. Wait for help their parents and fee pay the school fees or for them to also use go school. Some people then train themselves on university. Some of us now we go school, they work, they train ourselves. But because of the way the school fees and this period, it go hard for you to fit also go school, train yourself at the same time. So this one, I'm waiting to be say this administration don't do for people. Now, by another con they hail the administration, say, they happy, say students are happy, say it give them loan. But how about the fact saying that you, this administration, go now increase school fees, you can make the school fees unaffordable for the children, when make them go get need for loan in the first place? Well, no be me talk all this also. This now waiting people they talk as you don't see for some of the reactions that people get. Ngwa, make we waka enter inside street. As John don't carry waka enter inside Unilag, abi Yaba Poly, to go ask some students them waiting them think about this Snell fund and whether they don't receive them at all, and how the thing take they do them for body. Make you go hear waiting students and talk and they experience them. Plus the ones who don't get them, plus the ones who think otherwise, make you hear them one by follow.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. My name is John, and as it is so, I dey inside Yaba College College of Technology, Yabatech. I come here to go ask students what be their opinion concerning this student loan where President Tinubu don't propose out. And in fact, even the talk for education talk say they don't disburse 53 billion out to just enhance the educational sector for students. So I want to find out if most people don't experience them or they never experience them.
I've heard about it, yeah, but I don't really think they are giving the loan. Like my point of view, like I don't really think, because there are some people who be like, we did orientation, we did all these things for with the school that so to give new students now. There should be a part in it that they'll say, okay, oh, for those of you that can't afford this thing, oh, there is a program, student loan, this and that, you tell them how it works, stuff like that. But I don't think I heard it. So I don't think the thing is, I don't think it is, I don't think they are giving the loan.
Okay, so it means that you never partake from the loan before.
No.
How life take be from the previous government? You don't ever experience any changes concerning education ever since when you don't enter the school?
Yes, big change.
Okay, so you could tell us how the change take be?
Like before I entered Shabatek, I was saying it's 30,000 naira for school fees. Now my turn. The year change.
Okay, so you could tell us how the change take be?
Like before I entered Shabatek, I was saying it's 30,000 naira for school fees. Now my turn. The year 90 something thousand naira on top waiting. Then they were paying. They know to pay one medical fee. Now they are paying medical fee. I see they don't plan. Say this boy go fall sick. So if you don't fall sick now, the money I go use treat them, now make I collect them now. Stuff like that. I don't even understand. Why do you go they collect medical fee? We will never fall sick. 25,000. I mean 20,000. I don't know, sha. So that is the major change. I would say yes. That is the major change. Yes, that's the major change.
Firstly, I've heard about something called student loan, and I just don't want to go there. Like I don't want to apply for it. Reason because there is nobody or there is not an organization or bank that will give out loans to anyone without collecting interest. And this thing we are talking about students here. How can they give out loan to students and expect them to pay it back with interest? Now, those students they are giving out loan to, they are not working, and they don't expect those students to pay back the loan at immediate time. So failure to do so, interest will be increasing on the money. So that's one of the reasons I didn't apply for the loan. If government want to support a student, it shouldn't be by loaning out money. Support everyone, maybe pay part of their school fees, but loan and they expect to take it back. No, I don't think that's a good idea.
If it's properly shared, you get. If they share it well, if it gets to who it's supposed to reach, it's a good idea. For personally, my opinion. Stressful. It's stressful and you get.
Anyway, if that is true, because I've not checked it, but it is a better thing if that is true, you get. And on a more serious note, on the student side, it's going to help the student. Why do I say that? There are some students whereby they pay school fees by themselves, not by their parents. And you know, education right now is kind of I don't want to say something, but you need to walk to school and stuff. But when there is government loan, it will be better for you to focus more on your education because you have something to fall back. When you need anything in school, maybe school fees or something like that, you know that okay, government loan is there for you to sort that. So it's a good thing if truly that the loan has been disposed. Our school don't drive me like dry fish. On a more serious note, it's kind of not easy. And in my own aspect, me sponsoring myself, easy. I mean, I see someone to at least ask money from at home. I need something, send it to me. I need something, say, for this.
Now for person we no get money like that, if he borrow loan and stuff like that, So you go use them for your education stuff. You go to your palm everything, sha. Although I never try them, but na better idea. But this campus here, like this, money just dey fly anyhow because person just dey spend money anyhow. Because you don't know how the money just dey go. We shall dey pay for everything.
I've heard of it, but I haven't. I have some friends that also have partaken of it, but I haven't partaken of it. I have no idea of the processes it it entails, but the reason I haven't partaken is because my parents pay my school fees, and there hasn't been need to partake of the student loan. But maybe in the future, maybe if there's a need, maybe I might partake of it. But
Yes, so we sit under inside for Yaba College of Technology, Yaba Tech. And now we don't walk around. We don't ask few students concerning what they think about the student loan of a thing. Some people talk say they good, say it go help some people. Some people even talk say they don't even apply, say that they wait for the code. Whichever way, what do you feel about this particular topic? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you so much, John. I appreciate you here as you walk enter inside straight like that to give us that report. Yeah, so when I don't hear see I promise and I say we go to try to come on for street to get experiences of people of some of these things and what we talk about and then so that we will fit they also let people know some of the things and what they happen. No, not just dey for social media they talk. So no good they work go reach real life people. I wish I have what it takes. I'll send more people. I'll get stringers across major parts of the country, like some for northern Nigeria, some for different parts. Sometimes they send them in and they come out, go to different areas, they go check things where they happen for different areas. So honestly, that's what I wish to do. And also the dream and desire of also interpreting excerpts of these conversation in different languages so that people from all these other areas and go feel it here. One day, Sha, we'll grow up like that. I trust that we'll grow like that someday, but we're beginning somewhere. Make I go talk to Dr. Chris. Dr. Chris, good evening and welcome.
Thank you. I want to commend you for your program. I think
Thank
this
you,
is
sir.
my second time of appearing on it.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And, the reason why most of the times I click on these, YouTube versions or, TikTok and I don't watch it because I want to know a lot of stuff, but I also want to use my time to encourage, people by watching that, videos,
Thank you.
especially when the guy who was fired at is it a quiet bomb or Cross River State, because he made his opinion and criticized the governor, and
Oh,
they fired,
yes, Ebony
yes,
States. Ebony
Ebonyi State, okay,
States. Yes.
and they fired him because of that. And the reason
Yes.
is, and that is the reason. And
How
if you
dare
look
he
at,
criticize a governor in the governor's state?
that
You
is
don't
it.
understand.
How much are they paying him, to to fire him? Now he's out of job because he did his job.
Can I blow your
So
mind, sir? As a general manager in that place in Ebony,
yes,
I can almost assure you that his salary is not up to 500,000. I am almost, if 500 is too big, I am almost certain that he's not any more than 300, 350K. I am
exactly.
almost certain.
And that is the reason why, people need to understand that since I came over to this place, right? I have only worked in a couple of, government hospitals or stuff like that, right? But I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. I work for myself. And so that is the principle. If you work for yourself, you control your destiny as
Yes,
long as you
yes.
earn.
Now you
So that's
control
a
your
good
time
job
too.
that's a good job that you're doing.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
I want to comment on the value jet
Incident.
with that girl. I think it is unfair for them to handle that lady the way they did. It is not fair, particularly when the other gentleman had a slap on his wrist and say he apologized. It tells you how the dichotomy of Nigerian society, where some people
Absolutely.
are above the law and some people are below the law because of who they know and because of the money that they have. Over here where we live, right? People that obey the law are the big people. People that obey the law are the governors, they are the senators. They are the people who have money in society. They obey the law. And so when they obey the law, it trickles down to the poor man. You say, if this guy is obeying the law, why wouldn't I obey the law? That's just how it works. So it is it blows people's mind when they see when things happen in Nigeria and it goes on the airways and people see it. It's like, what the hell is going on in this country?
Absolutely. It's crazy.
It's so sad, very very sad. And I wish that the Akwa Ibom airlines will
Ibom
reconsider.
Air.
Give me what she did, Ibom Air. What she did is wrong, absolutely wrong, and I condemn that. But if you're going to met out all this punishment for somebody for behaving rudely, yes, why don't you just establish or follow the law? That guy should be in jail. He should be in jail. He should be
According to
prosecuted and
Nigerian
tried.
law, he's supposed to actually be in jail if we look at
Exactly.
if we
But
follow the
he's
law
out there.
letter.
He's out
Yes.
there showing you the phone call he's having with Mr. President. And then Abike Dabere says to forgive is divine and to sin is human. Like, people have already seen before and they didn't get that forgiveness and divine thing that she's preaching now. So that is the selective judgment or the selective thing of how Nigeria does her things. And it will never,
And the
never
shocking
happen
thing,
anywhere. Yes.
and the shocking thing is that this girl, her case may be followed to the letter. And you see, Kwamwan,
Yes.
let's wait. In fact, it will not be up to 1 month. That is, if not by this week or next week,
Yeah.
they will start
And
flying.
they gave
It's
him
either they make it public, they gave him
yeah,
6 months.
they gave
It's
him a
either
temporary ban for 6 months.
that's what I'm saying.
He
It's
can
either they let
reschedule.
him start flying again
Yes,
secretly without him knowing.
he can reschedule his businesses, right?
Yes,
That means that he didn't even punish him at all. But you're giving this girl a
a
lifetime
lifetime ban.
punishment for that infraction. And that is quite unfair. And if I were this girl and I've gotten this thing, I mean, I'm just going to sue I'll sue them. But the point is that even if you sue
In
them,
Nigerian court.
you can't, you can't go anywhere.
Hey,
That is sad.
that's a tall dream.
Exactly. So my next thing is the is it Tambuwal that one and collected
Oh yes.
180 something million naira from the bank. See, that's what is killing our country, in the sense that that money he's not going to use it for anything else except politics. 2 years into an administration, all they're interested in 2027 election. They don't care about water. They don't care about electricity. They don't care about unemployment. They don't care about security. All they are, you know, engaged in is how do we get power? When they get the power, they don't do anything with it. They loot the money. That's what they do. And for our dear brother and President, ex-President Jonathan, if you're listening, please, 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 don't ever come out to run. And I'm giving you this thing as your in-law. Mrs. Jonathan is from my village.
Oh, you're Krika, sir.
Yes, from my
Oh wow.
village.
Ah.
So, Oga, our in-law, please, if you're listening, please don't go that route. It's not good. It is not, I'm telling you the truth. Those people were people that mocked our sister. They mocked you.
Called us
They said
all
all kind
sorts
of
of names.
abusive words.
Put him in a coffin.
Exactly. And put it all over the airways. And now that same people are trying to tell you you're going to be that Messiah. There's no need of doing that, our in-law. Please reconsider it. And I'm begging you, please reconsider it. And for our Mr. Gentleman, Amechi, you're not going to be our president. You're not going to. Is that what you did in River State? Is that what you did as a minister for transportation? No, 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 no. All those you are gara, you're not going to work. I don't think we will support you. That's just the truth. So then my last point is this. I think the student loan thing.
Yes,
Did you
sir.
imagine your correspondent listening at the background and that Yabatek? Did you
Yes.
see the pillars and the column they peeled off?
That school is fine, no. There are
Uh,
schools that I
uh,
was, there are universities that I was. You have a problem with it, sir. Eh. That school is fine now.
is that so? That
Ah.
school is fine.
You've not been to tertiary institutions in Nigeria. No, that school is fine now. It's fine.
Oh my goodness.
The school is
That is
fine.
so sad.
You know why
That
it
is
is
so
fine?
sad.
It's because
Yeah.
it's in the state of excellence, excellence,
It's
center of
also
excellence in Lagos. Imagine the ones that are in other areas. Nah, nah, you don't want to see
yes.
them. That school is beautiful, sir. Nothing do amo, leave them.
A minute.
Ah, wow. The school is
So
fine.
that is so sad. But I'm also wondering all these Nigerian students, right? People who
Mm.
are borrowing, who they give them this loan. If I were any of them, whether the loan is 1 naira or 2 naira or 3 naira, I will borrow that money. I will take it, right? I
And you
put
not
it
pay back.
somewhere. Yeah, no, because eventually they may give it back, or they may not give it back. It
It's
depends
so
on the
so you
politics.
take it as your own share of national cake.
No, not necessarily. Not
Ah,
necessarily.
okay.
But when you take it, right,
Mm,
you
mm.
invest it. Even if you buy the federal government bonds right now with that money, right, and you don't use it, if you can afford to pay your school fees, but take this loan. When you take it, put it in federal government bonds, right? By the time you finish university, you can even pay that money one time, still have the profit. So don't be saying, they're gonna give me interest.
I hope you know the criteria to getting this loan. You must show that no member of your family and you can earn up to 1 million naira in a no member of your family can earn up to 1 million naira in a year. You know,
Mhm.
it's much, it's cumbersome.
Well, that is the problem. That is the problem. You have to have a family who would earn that amount of money, and they
Yes.
also expect you to have somebody who is going to co-sign for you, right? Who
As a
has their
guarantor.
is their salary grade level 8 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you expect somebody whose father is earning salary grade level 1, right? Then he goes and gets somebody who is a salary grade level 8 to sign for him.
You have
Well,
extended family members and village people.
what about if you don't have extended family members? What about if you don't have that kind of position, right? And so if you're gonna go to get those people might charge you a little bit of it, like you know how Nigeria is, at least 5% to sign that in for you. So you have already lost in that area, and then the school fees is going up. So at the end of it, they go about jubilating. A Nigerian student who is supposed to know what statistics is going to university, and they confuse him. That is sad. Anyway, thank you for giving me your time, and good luck in everything.
Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much, sir. I
I'm
appreciate
proud
you.
of you. Keep on working hard. But
Thank
as
you
soon
so much.
as you build this thing up, then you slow down. Okay, we don't want it 3 or 4 times in a day. It's not. It's a good idea now, but continue it until you build up to a certain level. Then you give out maybe once a week or twice a week. You get what I mean? So that everybody is
Perfect.
interested in, we pop in and we make it great.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Do
All
enjoy the
right.
rest of the weekend, sir.
You too.
Thank you, sir. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if I've got to talk to some more people. Maybe I just anchor the ship here and say a big thank you to everyone who's made this happen. I saw your messages, and for that person who said that, I saw for the collect, I be for finish. Imagine me taking 15 million would be my gratuity wouldn't have been up to 15 million. Okay, except maybe I retired as a director or something like that, which I was likely to anyway if I stayed in civil service. But it's crazy. That means I have to be here till I'm like 60. Hey! I'm not wasting my whole useful life if I'm still a youth. Ha! That was scary and I ran for my dear life. I see you guys and I appreciate you. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's come joined us this evening. I love you guys so immensely. I appreciate your efforts. I appreciate the fact that you keep listening to me and encouraging me. I appreciate the fact that you watch all the time. Thank you so much for even when I post videos and I don't give you notice for the videos, you also go back and watch them. I love Anna. I love you guys. What can I do without you guys? Nothing, nothing, nothing. I see you again tomorrow. Hopefully, Dr. Andy Apotiva joins me tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. If you guys have not followed him, go and follow him like a village people now. Eh? He joins me tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Hopefully, and we promise to have a very fantastic time as usual with him. But for now, let's just anchor here and say our goodbyes because I have a very busy day tomorrow. I love you guys. Appreciate you. As usual, protect your mental health because wahala, you know, they finish at all. See you tomorrow, God willing. Good night and God bless you.